Hi guys, it's Miko Martinez, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to rank your Shopify collection pages on Google. If you don't know who I am a Shopify SEO expert. I've been in the SEO industry for over 6 years now. I've worked on over 200 plus projects. I've helped scale some of them to over 7 figures in annual revenue. So let's get to the video. So how to optimize Shopify collection pages for SEO, right? Before we go to how, I'd like to first explain why it's important that we optimize the collection pages for SEO. So for most e-commerce brands, it's not always the case, but for most e-commerce brands, for Shopify stores with over 50 products, collection pages usually drive 80% of organic revenue, right? These are your product category pages. And the reason for that is simple. These product category pages or these collection pages are just broader entry points, right? They just have higher search volume, right? Just imagine or think about blenders versus Vitamix blender, espresso machine versus Breville Barista Express espresso machine, vacuum cleaners versus Shark wand vac handheld vacuum. You can see that product focused searches are very specific, so there's much less search volume, as you can see here, right? Handheld vacuum cleaner, 1,900 searches a month. For the specific product, it's only 170. And that's exactly why majority of revenue from SEO will be driven through these collection or product category pages. Okay. Yeah. So how do we optimize these collection? By the way, this is our training on collection page SEO. If you want access to this whole training and a bunch more, technical SEO, site speed optimization, keyword research, product page SEO, link building, etc., you can find them all on our school community. It's only $14. So yeah, if you're interested in learning all of this, join. There should be a link in the description. Anyway, back to the training. So how do you actually optimize Shopify collection pages for SEO? So the first thing, just like other pages, whether they're blog posts, product pages, or miscellaneous pages, it's always important to start with the key SEO elements. This will do a lot of the heavy lifting. So that's the title tag, the URL, and the H1, right? These are the three most important on-page SEO elements. If you don't get these down, then yeah, you're definitely doing something wrong. It's very easy to optimize this for SEO. So this should always be the first thing on your list. So for the title tag, you always want your target keyword in your title tag, ideally in the start of your title tag. You can use up to 60 characters. That's a lot, right? So if you don't end up using all 60 characters, you can add secondary keywords like modifiers like buy, online, shop, sale, things like that, right? For the H1, you want to keep it shorter because this is the actual H1, the title you see on the page, right? You want to keep it shorter, so just make it your target keyword, right? So if it's vegan protein powder like this, just make it vegan protein powder, right? And the URL as well, you want to keep the URL short. And so if your target keyword is vegan protein powder, you want to make your URL vegan protein powder just like this. It's incredibly simple, but this makes a huge difference. Right? There's so many Shopify stores, e-commerce brands that don't even get this right, and this will do the heavy lifting for you. Okay? Make sure that your key SEO elements, the H1 URL title tag, are optimized for your target keyword. Okay? Next, product grids. So yeah, most e-commerce brands have the H1 and a product grid, right? But you can actually make the product grid more useful. Well, number one, the first thing you want to avoid is you want to make sure that you're using a simple product grid and you're not using JavaScript to load your product grid, because yeah, search engines can struggle crawling JavaScript. So yeah, you want to keep it simple and make sure that you're just not using JavaScript to load your product grid. Second, right, the number of products, right? You want to make sure that you're showing 36 to 48 products per page. Like if you're just showing 5 out of like 50, then you end up paginating like your collection page. So there's gonna be like 10 pages, which is not ideal, right? So you don't want to end up with excess pagination like this. So you want to show as many products as you can on a single page without compromising site speed. And that's usually like 36 to 48 products, right? And it's just a better user experience overall, not having to click through all those pages. Okay. Another thing you can do is product details, right? Instead of just showing the product and the price, you can add other details, right? Like a short description, maybe like size, some key features, even colors like they do here. But yeah, the goal is to just provide additional information straight to the product grid. That way, if a user or customer wanted to learn more about a specific product, they don't have to click through each of the products to find more details, right? They can see it straight on the product grid. And it also helps add more content to collection pages, which is going to be really important, which I'm going to discuss in a bit. Okay. Yeah, faceted navigation. If you have a ton of products on that collection or product category page, faceted navigation can help. It helps user experience. It allows customers to, basically filter through all those products if there's a lot of them, right? And that's usually where most e-commerce brands stop, right? It's just the H1 and the product grid. But that's not ideal, especially for SEO. It might be okay if you're not optimizing for SEO, but for SEO, you actually want to add more content to these pages, right? Because, if you just have the H1 and the product grid, it makes it difficult for the search engine to understand what the page is about. And number two is just like, there's just not enough content on the page, right? Like you're supposed to show the search engine or demonstrate to the search engine that you're the expert or authority in your industry. And you just can't do that if you just have an H1 in the product grid. So yeah, you want to add more content to the page. This is typically what you want to do. More content means more relevance for the search engines. It provides the search engines more context as to what the page is about. And yeah, we've seen usually when a collection page has more content, they usually tend to rank better, right? And those are the two reasons. More relevance, just providing the search engine more context as to what the page is about. Just, gives you the opportunity to show the search engine that you are actually the expert or authority in your industry, right? And this is typically how we do it. This is how we structure our collection pages. H1, short description. We keep it short because if it's too long, it doesn't look good on mobile. It harms user experience on mobile. So we keep it short. The product grid, right? Whether you want to put product details or not, it's up to you. Detailed category description below that, frequently asked questions, and then featured reviews at the bottom. And we'll go through this fairly quickly right now. Yeah, short description. Again, you don't want to make it too long, because if it's too long, it ruins the experience on mobile. Keep it short. Detailed collection description. So this is where you can answer more questions about the product category, right? What makes it different from other brands, features and benefits, certifications, how-tos, etc. And you don't want to make it too long. It's still a product category page. It's still a shopping page. It's not a blog post. So yeah, you want to keep it between 500 to 1,000 words. And if you need to expound on a certain topic, right? Like for example here, like, are protein shakes good for you? In this example, on my protein, like if you need to expound on a certain topic like that, just create a dedicated blog post and internally link that section on your collection page to that dedicated blog post, right? That's really how SEO works. And that's ideally how you set it up, right? Yeah, here, description, internal links. Like when you have a collection, like a longer collection description, you just have more internal linking opportunities, which allows you to demonstrate to the search engine that, okay, this brand, this entity, this website is answering all the potential questions a user might have around topic XYZ. It should be the expert or authority in this industry. So let's rank it, right? Not just the blog posts, but the shopping pages, right? Yeah. Again, like I'm breezing through this because I'm going through the most important things, the most important factors. If you want to go through this in your own time, again, I recommend you join the school community. There's a link in the description. Yeah. The FAQ accordion. Yeah. Again, this is another great way to add content to the page, answering frequently asked questions your potential customers might have about that product category, right? Again, it's just a way to add more content. You're answering and you're improving user experience. You're answering questions that your customers have. And again, like, don't make it too long. You can keep it short like this. And if you need to expound, create that dedicated blog post, internally link from that FAQ to the dedicated blog post. And yeah, the dedicated blog post link back, because, in the end, the priority is to rank the collection page, not the blog post, right? So you always want to link back. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. Featured reviews. Yeah, and the last thing you can do, which helps a lot, is just manually find great product reviews and feature them on your collection pages, right? They do two things. They help with conversions. And number two, if you can find reviews that have your target keywords in them, that are keyword rich, they actually improve SEO as well. And like, I wouldn't suggest using another app here. I would just manually do it through HTML, right? Either in the description or custom meta fields, right? And yeah, that's it. That's how we recommend optimizing collection pages for SEO. Just using this structure. This structure has worked really well for us. We've used this structure on several brands already, and this is always what we go with. Again, it helps differentiate you from other brands that just have the H1 and the product grid. Adding more content really shows or demonstrates to the search engines that, okay, this brand is actually the expert or authority in their industry, because yeah, they're just providing more information. They're just answering more queries, right? And yeah, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want access to this training and a bunch of other trainings, right? Technical SEO, Shopify site speed, keyword research, navigation and site structure, collection page SEO, which is this one, product page SEO, blogging, internal linking, link building, foundational link building, guest posts and niche edits, help a reporter out. Like, it's basically the A to Z regarding Shopify SEO. I recommend you join our school community. It's only $14. So yeah, the link is in the description. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, that's it for now. Cheers.